What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. My name is Tony Mendoza. You are listening to Potential Isn't Proven, the podcast. Also being viewed on YouTube under DozaDirection. You can find me under DozaDirection, all social media platforms. DozaDirection, Mr. Imperfection, and of course, Ayo DV. What are we sipping on today, my man?
Tony, today I'm feeling generous and I'm giving you a Buffalo Trace bourbon.
Okay.
This bourbon is really recognizable by the bottle shape, but this is Blanton's Gold. This Blanton's Gold is 51% alcohol, 103 proof. This is barrel 542. Back to you.
Okay, well, I got to say something right now. So this Blanton's Gold has a significance in this year, 2022, because this was the bourbon that I drank on my golden year birthday. I turned 30 on January 30th of this year. That's the golden year. And this is a golden looking bourbon. And I'm excited to taste this. But of course, before I take a sip, you got to listen to the sponsorship, but cheers anyway. Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for listening to Potential Isn't Proven, the podcast. There's 3 ways you can definitely help this channel grow. Man, that's good. And the first way is absolutely free. All you got to do is like and subscribe to my YouTube page and follow everything there is under DozaDirection. It's absolutely free and it helps us out a ton. So please go like and subscribe. The second way is joining my Patreon page. Under DozaDirection, you could be a part of, for as little as $2 a month, anything there is behind the scenes footage, being a part of polls to pick my next topic on the podcast, and all there is. So join the La Familia. And third and final way you can sponsor this incredible podcast is by joining this little section of the sponsor video. Have your business or your organization in this little spot. Just email me at dozadirection@gmail.com. Have a great day. Let's go, Tony. Back to you.
I want you to help me take my revenge.
Michael, anything. What can I do?
Settle these troubles with the Rosado brothers.
Mike, I don't understand. I don't have your brain for big deals. But this is a street thing. That Hyman Roth in Miami, he's backing up those son of a bitches.
I know he is.
Then why? Why do you ask me to lay down to him, Mike?
It was Hyman Roth that tried to have me killed.
Jesus Christ, Mike. Jesus Christ. Now, look, let's get them all. Let's hit them all now while we got the muscle.
I was very happy that this house never went to strangers. First Clemenza took it over, now you. My father taught me many things here. He taught me in this room. He taught me, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man. Okay, so that quote comes from The Godfather 2. That's when Al Pacino's character is speaking to a household, ride or die family member. And Al Pacino's inside his office, his dad's office, the Godfather's office. And he's basically just saying, like, look, I know who tried to attack me on my wedding day. I know who it is. And the reason why we're not going to make a big deal about it is because you got to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
You are watching a master at work.
Yo, that is some serious deep game there. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. So there's definitely people that are outworking you today, right? Networking equals a higher net worth. Let me say that one more time. Networking or a network equals a higher net worth. Because people are working night and day. It's nonstop, baby. People are making money in every single way. When I think about my day, I'm saying, am I doing enough? Am I progressively moving the needle to one day become a millionaire or a multimillionaire. And the thing is, people are working around the clock. And I kind of had this moment. I had this moment earlier this past weekend when I was watching Duke get their ass beat by UNC. And then, of course, North Carolina loses like the North Carolina way that they always lose, and they lose in the championship. But that's neither here or there.
Hold up.
Now, look, what do I mean by I was just watching the basketball game? I was straight chilling. You know what I mean? Just watching something. And then as I was watching the basketball game, I realized, like, you know, I'm watching someone else achieve. I'm sitting on my ass watching the television, watching somebody live out their dreams, someone working while you're just sitting on your ass, not doing anything, just watching the basketball game. You're watching, the next coming of age basketballers turn into multimillionaires. You know, that's what we're really seeing in March Madness. We're really watching these kids grow into men and then one day become multimillionaires by joining the NBA. Now, here's the thing. As I'm just sitting back, these guys are they're not making money yet, but they're adding to their net worth. They are killing it on the basketball game to hopefully one day change their pocketbook, their banks. And it got me thinking, as I was thinking about this, I was like, people are putting in work while I'm just chilling. People are just going hard every day of the week. There's that Kobe Bryant story that I looked up. Kobe Bryant was a basketball legend. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, for the Los Angeles Lakers. Just in case you don't know who the hell Kobe Bryant is, which is...
Hold up.
You better know who Kobe Bryant is. But as I'm listening to these Kobe Bryant stories, there was this one story about how he came in early with all his friends and he stayed and said, hey, I was already working out 2 hours before you even came here. And I'm going to work out again. And I think it was like KD who was talking about Kobe Bryant. He's like, yo, this guy didn't sleep. He always had that mental ability to keep pushing, And today, as I network, as I go to different events, right? Networking is such a big thing today. And 2020 really changed that in a lot of different ways. What I mean by that is 2020 really took away the face-to-face networking. When I joined the company I'm at today, I moved to Nashville to face-to-face network because I know my personality. I like to think
You are watching a master at work.
when I communicate with others. But 2020 and the whole COVID situation really changed that. I'm now, at my apartment, working from home, and I have to network in a different way, in a way that I'm not really interested in working in, which is, completely computer-based. Social media is a networking platform. You're able to communicate with all different kinds of creators. You can either be a creator or you can just be a viewer. And earlier this weekend, when I was watching Duke and UNC, I was just a viewer. I wasn't creating anything. I was just relaxing on my ass watching the game while someone else was achieving. And it hit me. I was like, when you watch movies, your favorite movie, that was a director achieving. When you play your favorite video game, there was engineers that achieved for you to play that video game. If you're playing 2K, there's a 2K NBA player that achieved to becoming an NBA 2K player on a video game. What the hell are you doing? You need to put in that work and go over and beyond.
I know you're gonna dig this.
And that's just real game. And that's just what I realized this weekend. And speaking about everything, I'm going to talk about something brand new that I just developed earlier today. And it's going to be called my period. Let me
Hold up.
as I mess that up. Earlier this weekend, I created a pyramid. And that pyramid allows me to look at things and gauge how I want my goals to be. So I want you to paint it like this. Put up a pyramid right now. And you got the bottom layer, right? The widest layer, and also usually the thickest layer is the foundation of the period. The foundation of the pyramid. And in that pyramid, I want you to think of it like this. You have a year to 2 years. The next level is going to be 5 to 10 years. And then the top of the pyramid is that 10 to 15 years. Now let's break down each pyramid. So the bottom layer, the foundation. Now I'm going to view this as a creative standpoint. Now, from being a audio engineer, also coming from podcasting today, what am I doing? That first 1 to 2 years, I really should be viewing people that I can easily beat. I should be gauging myself from, the ground level. There's people that podcast every day, locals just like me, that have a podcast in Nashville and San Antonio and Austin and wherever you're from. They're just starting off podcasting. Well, they're consistent and you're consistent and you're just watching each one drop on the days that they drop. We all drop podcasts on different days. And I believe, and I think you should feel the same, that you have the best content in the world, that you can kill it, that you're doing better than half of the people that are doing podcasting. Well, within a year to 2 years, you should beat that ass. You should spank that ass and beat the people that you're constantly seeing every day on a local level. So let's take it another notch. What's the next pyramid? The next level of the pyramid is that 5 to 10 years. That 5 to 10 years, from a creative standpoint like me, there are podcasters right now that make a living just doing this creative podcasting that I do today. And they don't know anything about me. They don't see me. I'm not even in their radar. But you know what? I'm inspired by them and watching them. And I'm seeing the things that they're doing every day on their podcast to get more viewership, to get sponsors, to get out there more. And if I just stay consistent, that 1 to 2 years is going to go to 5 to 10 years. And then hopefully I can be in their radar. I'm making money off podcasting. I'm constantly reaching that new goal. Now, let's talk about the top of the pyramid from a podcaster standpoint. The top of the pyramid is that legendary status. That is that Joe Rogan. That is that person that just has created a career, not just making money, making a career. So I guess if you look at the pyramid like this, is the ground floor is starting off local level. Second floor is definitely just putting in that work and getting monetary value, getting ads, getting revenue into your life. And then the top is creating a career, creating a following, creating a sense of ownership when it comes to your podcast. Hold on,
I know you're gonna dig this.
So look, now the top person on that pyramid, you're never reaching them. You're supposed to reach for the sky there. And if you could be their mentee, right? And they could be your mentor, you're going to listen to them. You're super inspired by the top person on that pyramid. Now, here's the thing. I'm inspired by all levels. The first level, second level to the third level. But there's just people out there, and you know them and I know them, that just stay on the first level. They're cool with just staying on the first level of the pyramid. They're making a little bit of noise. They're making podcasts. They're making content. They're little TikTok stars or TikTok people and all these things, all the social media influencers, all the gym people. Yeah, they're making noise today, but it's going to change. You got to go deeper than that. So let me change it up. Let me change the frame. So let me just...
You are watching a master at work.
Now let's talk about this pyramid in another analogy. Let's talk about real estate. So if you're doing real estate, I would want you to think of the first 1 to 2 years, the bottom of the pyramid. That's got to be just getting your license. Just getting your license and start buying your first home. You could do that within the first year or two of you becoming a real estate agent, getting that license and then getting that first home. Everyone's doing it. Everyone should be a home buyer. Now let's talk about the next 5 to 10 years. Now the next 5 to 10 years for a real estate agent may be buying that second property, having more equity in their home, having a property that they're able to make an investment off of. So an Airbnb. That should be a real estate guy's, next 5 to 10 years. Now, the top of the pyramid, obviously, that person, they're tired of buying that first home, that second home. They want to own the block now. They want to own the whole community now. They want to establish revenue that keeps adding on. So that's the pyramid from a standpoint of, real estate. I'm going to do one more just to give you guys another piece of game here,
Hold up.
So let me think of the pyramid scheme in another way. The pyramid from a just getting into stocks or making that initial investments. So for the first 1 to 2 years, you should just make easy buying stocks. Let's say you just started buying stocks in the first year to 2 years, buy the first 100 shares. Start a Roth IRA. Just start buying stuff to give you ownership and to bring you into the future. Now let's go to the second 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years, you should have a pretty good portfolio. You should have the top 10 big companies in your portfolio. Hold on, my camera just died right here. I hate it when that happens. I need to buy a new lens. Anyway, here we go. So then the last is now creating wealth with these stocks, selling them and getting even bigger stock shares. I'm not too into stocks, so I can't really give you the best analogy on that standpoint, but that's just an idea of what I'm thinking about when it comes to the pyramid that I created earlier this weekend. So let's change gears real quick, and I'm going to talk about some more stuff. So let me just get a little sip real quick.
You are watching a master at work. I know you're going to dig this. Hold up.
All right. So also this weekend, I started realizing, you show me who your friends are, and I will show you what your future is going to be. Are your friends, and I want you to ask this to yourself, do the friends that you see every day, do they inspire you? Are they achieving the things you want to achieve in life? Are they consistently adding? Are they achieving or are they dreaming? There's a lot of dreamers out there. There's a lot of people that like to be on that first floor of the pyramid, that ground level. There's not a lot of people that achieve the higher levels. I want you to ask that about your friend group that you're with today. Are they achieving or are they dreaming? Are they adding value to your life? I think it's super important that you look at your set of friends that you're hanging with today because, even though you don't want to admit it,
you can't handle the truth.
You are the average of the 5 friends you hang out with.
You can't handle the truth.
And it could be a good thing or a bad thing. Let's just talk about like doctors, for example. If you're hanging around your core group of friends and you have one doctor, you have one real estate agent, you have one guy who does nothing, you have a surgeon, and then you have a creator. Well, those 5 people, you're the average of those 5 people. Someone is obviously leveling up and becoming great monetarily, or could it be wealth, or it could be anything. Another person is great at doing another thing, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of friends that we know that are just on that ground level. Remember, you are the average of the 5 friends you hang out with.
You can't handle the truth.
Hold up.
Now, another thing that I want to talk about is networking. Not all of our friends it's good to have all different kinds of friends. It's good to have the friends that you see every once in a while. It's good to have those friends that are always constantly pushing you. And then there's also those networking events. Remember, network equals a higher net worth. What I mean by that is this. I went to a couple networking sessions this past week in Nashville, Tennessee, and I met some amazing people that are able to establish, new goals, and they're trying to meet people, like-minded people, so they can be inspired. I'm inspired every day that I look into my Instagram feed. I know it sounds silly, but I think my buddy Danny was telling me how you're influenced by what you follow on Instagram. And what I follow on Instagram is a lot of business, a lot of stocks, a lot of podcasts, and not only just podcasting, right? Like Barstool Sports and things like that, and Tigers playing the Masters. Like,
hold up.
But I'm very, very inspired because I see a lot of local Nashville podcasters. I see a lot of local Austin podcasting, and just people that I know that I can gauge my work with. I don't think everyone that does podcasts in Nashville do video. Not everyone in podcasts has a great sounding podcast. But what I do appreciate is that everyone has the medium of social media, which is Instagram, and you can see how they market their podcast differently than I. I like to do a lot of reels, and I like to just add snippets of my podcast. That's why I do a lot of YouTube videos. Some people just post a picture about what's coming out, and you got to download the podcast. Some people just have really good quality stuff, and I'm just like,
Hold up.
why can't I get there? So networking adds to your net worth if you do it right. I want to meet people that are constantly pushing me to be better, pushing me to keep striving for greatness. People that are always
You are watching a master at work.
that are working hard. You know what I mean? And so I guess this podcast, I just wanted to talk about that pyramid that I created. I want to talk about how, your friends set you apart from everyone else. So if your friends are adding value to your life, ask yourself, are they adding value? Are they dreaming or are they achieving? Are they also being proactive and being supportive on the things that you want to do? It could be podcasting. It could be real estate. It could be just creating things. It could be a graphic designer. Are they adding value to your daily life? And if they are, keep those friends, because you are the average of the 5 friends you hang out with.
You can't handle the truth.
So as long as you realize that and you work towards that goal, you can have a better life, and you can continue growing, and you can continue getting those goals accomplished. So hopefully I'm helping you change the way you're thinking. Hopefully you can meet people that bring you to that next level. And, the only way you add value in your life is by having like-minded people. I don't expect all my friends to have $1 million, but what I want them all to have is that $1 million mindset. And if they have that $1 million mindset, then I know then I'm in the right spot. And networking adds to your net worth. And sometimes you need to network to find people to compete with and people that inspire you to go over and beyond. Because sometimes your friend group does not do that. Sometimes they don't understand the things you're doing. So you got to find also other people that do understand the things you're doing so you can gauge with them and you can continuously push the barrier. But hey, I just spit some real game today, man. But like I said, if you can't
handle the truth.
It is what it is. I want you to level up your life. Remember, net worth equals a higher net worth. And there's a lot of key phrases I said on this one. And I'm just like,
Hold up. I know you're going to dig this.
Anyway, my name is Tony Mendoza. You are listening to or watching Potential is Improving on all streaming platforms. That is Apple, that is iHeart, that is Spotify, and of course, my good old favorite YouTube. Please, 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 if you made it to this end of this video, thank you so much for watching the entire video. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Also, follow me on all the social media platforms under DozaDirection, and your boy is out.
You can't handle the truth.
You are watching a master at work.
Peace. Cheers, by the way.